Hello, welcome to VATS CAST, where we discuss all things Fallout, Bethesda, and who knows what else, because we some chatty bitches and we like to ramble. I am Timmy T1000, and today I am joined by my two lovely co-hosts, GrannyVats. Hey, Granny, how you doing?
Hello.
And Old Man Fallout, how you doing, OMF?
Doing great. Getting cat hair off my microphone, but I'm doing great.
And
Nice
we
to
are
see you
joined
guys.
by our lovely guest, Grilled Koala. How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
So, just to get us started, we'll get the I forget what they call it, but we'll get the essentials out of the way. So, Grilled Koala, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Mostly on Twitch under the name Grilled Koala. I stream there on Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then I also
Is it Grilled
Oh
Koala?
yeah, it's Grilledkoala. Yeah.
Just checking.
I'm also on TikTok and YouTube under the same name, Grilled Koala.
All right. And what kind of games do you stream on Twitch normally?
My Twitch schedule right now consists of Fallout New Vegas
Okay.
It was a preparation for season 2, and now it's going into season 2. I do lore hunts for that. And then the rest of my schedule right now is Minecraft and Project Zomboid, Nancy Drew.
Okay,
That's it.
right on. And OMF, what have you been playing lately?
I'm back into Fallout. I was doing Outer Worlds 2 for a while, and I'm now back into Fallout. I'm doing Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 both, while the TV show is running. As soon as the TV show ends, the Fallout TV show, as soon as it's over in a few weeks, we're going to jump into Outer Worlds 2 again, and then we're going to go into potentially Skyrim, which I have not played on stream yet, so I'm really excited about it.
But
And
you haven't
Granny?
played Skyrim.
I played it a bunch back when it came out and over the years on console. This will be my first time playing it on PC, and it'll be the first time playing it on live stream, and it'll be the first time playing it with a bunch of new mods.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, so you're gonna do you have the anniversary edition or?
Yeah. Got the latest, but I haven't
You're gonna have a lot of new content.
Yeah.
And Granny, what are you playing right now?
Well, right now I'm playing Fallout London and Dishonored 2 High Chaos.
What does high chaos mean?
High Chaos is where I kill, a lot of bad guys.
Murder hobo.
I try not to kill the civilians,
Mm-hmm.
but the guards, they're fair game.
Okay. All right.
But I did 1 and 2 Ghost No Kill,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have 3 yet to do Ghost No Kill. But I got this new game plus on Dishonored 2 where you get to keep, a whole lot of your stuff,
Okay.
and then you start again. And I'm playing you can play the game as the girl or her father.
Okay.
So I played it as the girl with the ghost run. Now I'm playing it as the dad I'm killing everything in sight. You piss me off. That's it. I'm coming for you.
Nice. And just so everybody knows, Granny's got an announcement about next Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Do it.
It's my 5-year stream-iversary on Twitch.
Woohoo!
So
And what are you going to be doing for that?
I started Skyrim.
And that will be January 17th at 9 p.m. is when
Eastern Standard Time.
the stream-iversary is going to be starting.
Yeah,
You
so
You
I
better
got
get this VATS
Skyrim.
cast out.
Yeah,
I'll get it out before the 17th. I'm not that bad.
I remodded the whole thing, so I got like 206 mods on Skyrim ready to go.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
the first
man.
game I played on stream, so I decided for my community I was going to play it again.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, because that was kind of your big, that was like one of the big ones that you, from when you first started. So
Yeah, actually, a lot of my fan base is Skyrim, but
Yep.
they love Skyrim and Fallout. So
all right. Well, now on to the main topic for today. Before we get into the pictures and the showing off the home decor and talking about mods, was everybody's favorite topic the Fallout TV show.
Oh,
yes.
What why is everybody like so?
Yeah, she hasn't watched it.
Have you not watched it?
Oh, you
I
did?
have.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
anybody have any thoughts they want to share first, or you're gonna let me ramble for 3 hours?
Oh, I want to hear what Grilled Koala has to say.
I know, I saw that.
Right? Right.
Oh,
My thoughts are actually pretty positive about it.
Okay.
I've read though that the thoughts aren't universally positive.
yeah, you know what that's going to be with anything, you know.
That's true, especially when there's such a strong fandom behind something.
Right, but there's a lot of fandom that don't even know the lore, and they start hollering about stuff they have no clue about.
That's exactly my thoughts.
Yeah.
I
mean-
I thought it was great, and Oxford thought it was great. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Too many
I'm-
people think it's great. So, you know, I don't know what this Reddit thing, you know, where people are saying it's not.
So Koala, did you liking the show, right? I mean, is there anything that stands out for you?
So I think that people were concerned that they were choosing two different canon endings for New Vegas.
Mhm.
And I don't see it that way. I think that the lore has room for
both
all
endings
things that
at the
I've
same time.
presented.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't see a problem.
I mean, they definitely did narrow down the canon endings to Fallout 4.
Well,
Yeah.
they sure did
with
that.
the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Because Arthur Maxon is still elder, so yeah.
Well, now
And they're scared to death of the Commonwealth, so apparently they've been flourishing.
Yeah, obviously.
which is kind. I mean, that kind of does irk me because they're actually the Capital Wasteland chapter, but we'll just leave that one alone, unless they took over unless they invaded and took over the Commonwealth.
Well, I mean, Arthur Maxon, in Fallout 4, when they show up in the Commonwealth, they do take over the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They do.
they probably stayed and became the Commonwealth chapter.
Maybe we could get lucky and they killed off Preston Garvey.
I doubt that.
No more sentiments.
You know what? You know what? He's gonna pop up somewhere in that show. I know it.
He's
I
gonna
would be
walk up to
shocked if-
somebody.
There's another settlement that needs your help.
I would be so shocked if they use any human beings from Fallout 4, but if they use Nick Valentine, everybody's favorite, I would not be surprised.
I love Nick.
Well, no, I wouldn't be surprised either because they showed Nick when he was human, not in the show, but in the Fallout. Nick was a human, and then he became a synth, and synths last a long time. So yeah. Would not surprise me to see Nick.
I mean it's only been 15 years since since Fallout 4 in the TV show, or it's been 20 years.
15, I think you got it right.
Yeah.
Well, when season 1 started, it was 15, so now they're 16 in. Yeah.
No, they're only 2 months in. That's
Not
another
even.
thing about the show.
Season 2 is not a year later.
No,
Okay.
it's only a
It's
couple.
not
Not
year,
even a
it's like
couple
2 months later.
Good.
Yeah, because of the water crisis, they only had 6
That's
years
right.
of water.
You're
Yeah.
right.
They were going to run out of water in 2
So-
months or in a couple of months, and they're just now running
Yeah.
to the bottom of the
And
barrel.
Hank
So-
got really good at using that yo-yo in that amount of time. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what? Hank has had a long time to learn how to use that yo-yo, though.
Well, he could have used
Just
it
saying.
pre-war.
Right.
Well, when he first gets to when he first arrives at the Vault Tech facility, he he isn't good. He is very fumbly, and by the end of the episode, actually, he's mastered it. And I caught that progression throughout the episode. I was like,
I did not notice that.
I wasn't paying attention to the yo-yo thing. I mean, now I noticed in season 1, in the episode where Lucy and her new husband have sex, he gets up and wipes on the curtain. I noticed that, but I didn't notice.
Of course, you did. Yeah.
I was like, typical male reaction. Get up, wipe on the curtain.
On the curtain.
I think that might be a raider reaction. I think.
Yeah.
I've never wiped my dingling on a curtain before.
Right?
Let me reiterate that statement. Typical uncouth male
There
reaction.
you go.
Typical.
There you go.
Uncouth raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So one of the biggest things that I've been wanting to talk about for the show, and I haven't seen it talked about a lot, is actually CX404.
Yeah.
So CX404 is a genetically engineered purebred dog that was bred from the Enclave and then escapes, right?
Right.
So in Fallout
dog meat.
In Fallout 4, dog meat is like the only purebred dog you see in the whole game.
Right.
Everything else is mutated or in some form or another.
Yep.
So that might be a hint to dog meat's actual origins. While it's not explicitly stated, but the fact that they emphasized how much all of this kind of came from the Commonwealth, because the Enclave facility is in the Commonwealth, and the Enclave is in the Commonwealth canon, because that was why they pushed all that stuff in with the next gen update.
Okay, but if you think about it, though, I've never seen any place in the game where it specifically says that dog meat is human or is an actual dog.
No, it doesn't.
Now, and he is smart. He can carry a lot of shit.
Right.
He could be genetically...
Could be a synth or could be genetically engineered by the Enclave is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or at least that headcanon space is open now.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, when you're playing the game, dog meat is smarter than any other dog.
He's smarter than all the other fucking companions, honestly.
He can hold more stuff than any of your companions.
Once you get the welding goggles,
my dog meat. My dog meat. More. Yeah.
Vanilla dog meat can still carry. He can carry a good amount. I mean, he can't carry as much as Strong, but just about everybody else. So
yeah,
I don't know. I was kind of excited about that. I was like, they're explaining dog meat's backstory. He is the bestest boy.
Yeah, he is.
So, anything else stand out from the show for you guys? Old man?
Well, I defer to Grilled Koala. I just heard her sigh again. She had another thing to say. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I liked that the Enclave was brought up because I think that there's nods to a potential for the Enclave showing up in the show.
Yeah.
At least my theory as to when Hank is on the phone and he's leaving a message for someone, and the show is leaning into making you believe that message is for House.
I don't think it is either.
Immediately, my brain doesn't want to go with what the show wants you to think. So I'm like, oh, well, it's definitely a House then. Enclave. Yeah, that's exactly what my thoughts were.
I could see that.
My thoughts are the same. I'm thinking that they're going to bring the Enclave in because they've already brought in the Death Claw.
Yeah, and then my other thought behind that is when I forgot his name, the guy from the Commonwealth. I'm sorry.
Harkness.
When he mentions that that the Brotherhood is in trouble in the Commonwealth. Well, the canon ending that's presented is that the Institute would no longer be a threat, and that was really their only threat, unless the Enclave is back in the Commonwealth. That would be a threat.
And they're fighting with them.
Yeah, because even if the Minutemen formed up into like an actual government, like they wouldn't have been able They
Yeah.
They're not
they
going to
wouldn't
go
be.
after the Brotherhood anyway. They're not
They-
that way. They're not set
Yeah.
that way.
The railroad would, but the railroad's pretty ineffective. So
Well, and they don't really. There's pretty small numbers, and
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the vanilla railroad, they're really not nothing to worry about, and
Yeah.
I don't see them becoming a major problem ever.
yeah.
no, because even in their
unless
ending,
they got all them synths that they rescued to come work
Yeah.
for them, now then they could become a threat.
Yeah.
But
well, and Bethesda did canonize the Enclave being in Fallout 4 with that next gen update, because that was why they kind of forced in that story. I mean, yes, they did it kind of like a sharp left turn, but that was to introduce it into. They made that part of the base game now.
yeah, and so people aren't going to complain when the Enclave shows up in the show.
I mean, they are,
Because it's
but
in the
you know,
game. You're going to have people complain. They're complaining because New Vegas didn't look exactly like it did in the game, you know?
Yeah, I think that the complaints are all location. Well, okay, so the valid complaints are all location based. It's that the dinosaur is facing the wrong way in Novak, or Shady
Yes.
Sands isn't like Shady Sands
There's a
is
pool.
in
There's a
what,
pool
Fallout
in the
2?
motel.
Yeah. And I think those are minor things. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
silly to
my.
get hung
There
up on
is-
when they've gotten so much of the lore correct.
There is a complaint that I was reading through that I agree with, but I just don't care. But I think they're correct. And the complaint I read was, hey, gang, when they blew up Shady Sands in season 1, everybody was kind of outraged because, you know, you spend the early games as 1 and 2, I think, are located in Shady Sands or around Shady Sands.
Around,
have to do
yeah.
with Shady Sands.
Yeah.
And the idea that they would blow up something you work so hard on is kind of rude. But the idea is they're going somewhere with the story. Let them cook. And then when we get to season 2, and they basically have blown up New Vegas as well, the complaint I'm seeing is, hey man, if they can't depict New Vegas properly, or they don't have the budget for New Vegas, so they're just blowing everything up and shrinking everything down. The Legion has like a no man's zone that's like 5 feet wide, and it's pathetic. It's tiny. The two warring sides of the Legion are, 50 men each. Like, if they can't depict it because they don't have the budget, maybe they should have picked a different area. Maybe they should have picked something that was that they could have rendered like fairly and accurately to whatever it was they were doing. They could have picked a new location nobody had any thoughts about. So
I wish they
depicting
would've.
New Vegas and then cheaping out on New Vegas is kind of a cop-out. And I think that is a valid criticism that is true and accurate to the fault of the director and the producer of the TV show, but I just don't care.
Yeah.
I think the complaint
that
is
stuff is minor.
Yeah.
If you look at the Gamora, the Lucky 38, the Ultralux, they did a great job of depicting them. I mean,
Well,
they're in a circle and they're not the way they are in the game, but
and to be honest, I mean, a lot of that you can just kind of, I mean, personally, I just kind of chalk it up to like artistic, rendition.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if we kept everything faithful and true, I mean, the way power armor looks, the way the aesthetic of everything would all be under like 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and things needed to change as as the digital rendering improved and stuff like that.
Yeah.
right,
I think there is something
Fallout 4
interesting
was already flawed.
Yeah.
I think something
So-
interesting that I did see about the show that I thought I did not pick up on this in episode 4, but it was really neat when someone mentioned it. I don't remember who mentioned this. It was somebody on YouTube. I'm sorry to whoever mentioned this, and I can't remember who it was. But someone was pointing out that if you look at the power armor that was shown in the TV show in the Alaska footage,
Mhm.
Yes.
they
The
took
T-45.
the power armor that you see in Fallout 3 and the power armor T-45 you see in Fallout 4, and they hybridized them.
Mhm.
So that when you're watching the TV show, you are not seeing the Fallout 4 T-45, but you're also not really seeing the Fallout 3 power armor. What you see is like a hybrid that's not really a frame that you step into. It's more like the armor that's just worn.
Yeah.
But I mean, it obviously was a frame, but it just had like a weaker, skinnier, thinner look to it.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's so interesting. Like, I really like that the set designers, the artists, they all worked to make that kind of look like very like prototype crappy armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also marked with the U.S. Marine Corps on it. So I think it's the first. I also saw somewhere where someone was like, it's the first unbiased view of like pre-war times, because the project, or not project, sorry, in the DLC where you get Operation Anchorage. Thank you. That's all like a program that's very heavily biased.
Right.
And so this is our first real view of a non-biased viewpoint of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And going back to what you said, Old Man Fallout, about Shady Sands and how they destroyed it, I think that part in particular was smart. I think that it gets an emotional reaction from people that are like, wait a minute, I spent so long on that, because the people there spent so long building that, and then it was destroyed. So then you have this innate like reaction to that, this visceral reaction where it's like, why?
Yeah.
But
that's exactly the point, right?
And then you got the one sole survivor from Shady Sands is Maximus, and he's going on the values of Shady Sands and his parents. I noticed that he's really leaning into that. He was falling for Quintus because Quintus has all the right things to say. He's manipulative.
He's charismatic.
He was manipulating him, calling him son, knowing that he grew up in the Brotherhood and that he missed his father.
Yeah.
But then when he found out that the ghoul, this is what stood out to me, when he found out that the children were ghouls, his whole attitude towards Maximus changed. Then he was a traitor and he was no longer a viable Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah. Well, that just shows you how manipulative he is, Yeah. I do love the fact that in canon now, it wasn't the T-51 power armor that won back the great state of Alaska. It was an escaped Enclave Deathclaw.
Yep.
Because what's really neat, I don't know if you guys saw this one, but this is also making the rounds on YouTube. There's a couple of videos that point out that when you look at the previews for the season, there is a deep, growly voice that says a war is coming while you look at the back of a Deathclaw. And the suggestion has been made that they may be introducing the intelligent Deathclaws from 1 and 2.
From Fallout 2.
Okay. If you look at episode 4 in the beginning, when he's laying there and the Deathclaw is in his face, I swear I could hear a voice. Like the Deathclaw was trying to get out, say something. And that's why he didn't kill him, is because he was on our side.
Right. Trained Deathclaw, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll guarantee that's what happened.
See, I'm getting into backstory and lore that even Old Man Fallout here doesn't really know very well, but supposedly the Deathclaws that they had, according to the ancient lore, the Deathclaws that they had back during the war, the Deathclaws back then were not intelligent, and the intelligence came later with a FEV experiment. But they were trained for the war. So while they were not intelligent during the war, they should have been able to discern friend from foe. Maybe.
But Enclave could have been already the people that ended up forming the Enclave could have already been experimenting on those trained Deathclaws. And the one that got loose is the one that they had more intelligence. I swear I heard a voice. I heard Deathclaw trying to say something.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to rewatch it now and check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. right in the beginning. It's like, whoa.
And we haven't even
Everybody's rewatching after this.
Yep. And we haven't even
I
talked
mean-
about Lucy high as fuck killing all the kings.
Oh, this is great.
Love
You know,
it.
that's
Buff
actually-
out.
That's actually why I was saying, you know, like there's this criticism, like they didn't do New Vegas justice, and I said I don't care. The criticism is true, but I don't care. That's part of the reason why. Like watching Lucy have fun was fun for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just thought it was great. I thought she was
the
so
Kings
ridiculous.
is a beloved faction too.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true. But it was still fun.
Yeah.
it was. It was.
Yeah, I think it's also a nod to how easy it is to gain that addiction status in game.
Yeah.
Like you just take one too many chems. Oh, I'm addicted.
Yeah, well, she was on that drip for 2 days.
Yeah.
Straight drip of buff out for 2 days. So yeah, she was addicted.
It's itchy and hot.
And I
man.
loved it. And I loved the way the Ghoul loved it.
Y'all got any more of them? Is this the 5 o'clock free crack giveaway? You know, like lifting cars.
I love Lucy's justification too. She's all like,
Yeah.
"Well, you know,
It's
I'm here to save the world from my dad, and you know, people would want me to do this, so I guess I probably should keep doing drugs."
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep doing these performance enhancing drugs here.
Yeah,
So,
I like when he goes, that's the drugs talking. I
Yeah,
like what they're saying.
yeah, and I like what they're saying. Yeah,
I
And
thought
that's
I
the
thought
first
it
time
was
that
like,
she aims for the head again, right?
yeah,
It's on the buff out. And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
got headshot down.
yeah.
yeah. I was like, she had those. Yeah, she's got her small gun skill maxed.
I was thinking like it's so much like the video game. It's like every player who's playing Fallout who swears they're not going to use chems, and then they get into a fight where they're in too deep, and they're like, "Well,
And it's
maybe
like,
I'll try
oh,
some
shit, oh,
chems,"
shit.
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Wait, I like chems."
Time for some psycho buff, baby.
Right?
I mean, I use psycho buff when I'm doing boss fights in 76.
Absolutely.
You know. All right. Well, does anybody have any other thoughts about the TV show? I mean, obviously we can keep talking about it. I was just, you know.
Well, I did. I love the way that they had the Kings down pat, because the last one she shot in the head, in
mhm.
the back of the head, that was the boss. You know, that was
the king.
That was
He
the
had
king.
the gold. He had the gold jacket on.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
the king. But see, it also opened it up, because see, even if you had the canon endings that all the people are talking about, you would still have handfuls of some of the faction left, like the Legion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened with the Legion.
There's
When you were
remnants
talking
no
about-
matter what.
Right. What has happened is the small amount of legionnaires that are still left
Mhm.
split into two factions because
Yeah, exactly.
the Kaiser died, and yeah, they were kind of split.
Edward Sallow. He was a pompous prick anyway. Can't believe he
Oh, and I got one more thing to say about that. I love the way that Macaulay Culkin, he is just fitting right into this role.
Oh, he's really
It's
good
like-
at it.
Hey, he's loving this role. I
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah.
I love he did an interview after his episode aired, and he was talking about when he did the reading for it,
Mhm.
and how he stopped because he had to say Caesar or Kaiser at a certain point, and he stopped before he read it, and he looked at the show writers and he said, "So do you want me to say Kaiser or Caesar?" And they're like, "Oh, he knows."
Well, yeah, because he's a big FMV nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't play it. He said he doesn't play it anymore because he doesn't have time. But he does
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Uh,
A lot of lore
You know.
videos and stuff.
yeah, lore
Well,
videos.
And then
Stuff like
and then
that.
somehow we got multiple houses now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, House, it could be a body double because House was rich.
I mean, it could just be a recast, and then they're using
Yeah,
old footage.
yeah.
I don't see how
I thought it was just
someone
the
else.
show as a body double, to explain it away.
No, what'd you say? Would you say OMF and Koala?
I said I thought it was just his brother. Canon, he has a brother. Am I?
He does,
am
but
I
they don't
confused?
quite explain what's what.
Oh, okay.
No,
So
they
my-
haven't explained who he really is.
I don't think he would trust. I don't think House is the type of person that would trust someone else to be seen as him publicly. And what we see is a face being seen as a public figure and a face being seen as a private figure. And my thoughts are leaning towards synth because they can be programmed to be compliant. And I don't think House is the type of man that would trust his brother nor a body double.
The problem with that, though, is that the scene featuring House was pre-war.
Yeah.
Gen 3 synths weren't created until they robbed Vault 111. So somebody else would have.
So I still don't see him trusting like just a person. Even his brother. His brother wasn't known to be like super fond of what Robert House was doing.
Well, he thought he was I mean, he took H&H Tool away from Robert House, and then because he considered him like he was an illegitimate son, like
right.
It was, and so he just was like, you're not entitled to this because you're not a real son. Like, at least in the lore, that's what happened with H&H Tools.
Yeah, and because that part was mentioned, my initial thought was that was his brother.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
But then when I think about who Robert House is and because that's a public face, like how.
Yeah.
Well, they're
I don't know. I
painting
don't
him
see
like
him
Howard
trusting him.
Hughes. They're actually painting him
personally,
like Howard Hughes.
Personally, from like my interpretation of how House is and like how smart he is and how he would act, I would find it very unlikely for him to develop a mind control technology and him to try to slap it on a random person in a bar. Like, he is much more controlled than that. He plans ahead much more than that.
Very valid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's some risky fucking behavior, getting 4 dudes who don't like you in an alley and to slap a mind control device on the back of their head. Come on.
I just don't see House doing that.
Yeah, no. This
valid.
is the man who spent 15 years building anti-missile systems in New Vegas so he could survive the apocalypse. Like, this dude plans ahead. House doesn't play that fast and loose.
Well, Cooper Howard, the ghoul, actually says that to Victor, that House always plans ahead.
Always plans ahead.
Yeah.
So I do think that you're right, that it's probably his brother who is actually the one slapping the mind control devices on the back of people. And because H&H Tool was a big company and could have been involved, because in the first season, if you look at it, House wasn't interested in the little corporation cabal in that big meeting.
Yeah.
So my thought is that House was like, nah, I'm good. I got my own plans. Y'all are fucking nuts. I'm out. And then got was a day short on his OS upgrade, basically, and his planned downtime maintenance, and his brother is involved.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, well, we could theorize all day long on this.
What I'm hoping, what I'm hoping is that all the things we're questioning right now actually get answered. That was one of the really nice things about season 1, is that by the time you finished the 8th episode, the final episode, so many things were answered. I mean, you weren't like, okay, it's all resolved and now I don't need to watch anymore. You still wanted to watch more. You're eager for a season 2.
Right.
But at least they took care to answer questions. So you're like, oh, that's what was happening.
Yep.
I hope
really
they do that here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
I like
by episode 8, I want to know.
I know. I can't wait for
Maximus running away with the cold fusion, with his mutated friend.
With Thaddeus,
Yep.
yeah.
So
I
now
wanna
they're
know what
on,
happened
yeah,
to
now they're
Thaddeus.
on the run from the Brotherhood. They
Yup.
started a civil war with the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
They can all kill each other for all I care. I hate the BOS. So
I just don't like the fact that they don't care about people. They care about technology, and I think any faction to be viable in an end of a war situation, you need to care about people first and foremost.
Mhm.
I mean, isn't that lions? Wouldn't you be a fan of lions then?
Yes, I would.
I mean,
Because
lions.
Even in real life, if we were to have an apocalypse, at the end of it, you would have so few people that people would need to be important.
But even Lions' Brotherhood was still like on all that abomination. Like Lions' Brotherhood would have mowed down ghoul kids just as much.
It's because ghouls are a reminder of technology and how technology
Gonna
goes
ride.
bad.
Yeah, they're abominations.
Well, that and the fact that they can go feral.
I have been a little birdie has told me, Miss Koala, well, a little birdie by the name of OMF,
Yes.
that you have quite the Fallout like home decor.
I
Oh, I
love
do,
her
yeah.
photos.
Yeah. And I thought maybe we would do a little highlighting. How's that sound?
Oh, fantastic. Totally unexpected. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go.
I'm going to move this up here.
And she's really shy about her collection. She is.
So this
I
so
saw
now,
that. It
is
was
that a
like,
cap stash?
don't show my stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and there's more.
beautiful.
Most of the caps aren't actually in that particular display cabinet.
Okay.
We'll see them in a later photo. But yeah, that's my Nuka-Cola beverage area. There's a Sunset Sarsaparilla marker there too. And
The Nuka orange is pretty.
Is that a
It's my
real Nuka
favorite.
orange, or is that one of the plastic display bottles?
it's the Nuka orange from Bethesda shop.
Okay.
So
I want to
it's
try
glass. I think it's glass.
Is it okay? 'Cause I want to try the Joneses, but every time I go to Costco, they're out.
They don't have them at my Costco. They have them like an hour away, but they don't have them here. And then
I
Jones
hear-
came out with the rocket bottle, and I can't spend that much on a single bottle of soda.
Right, it's 40 or 50 per bottle.
It's like, yeah, per bottle.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Y'all
Robbery.
motherfuckers is crazy. $50. I'm not paying $50 for a soda.
I won't go
No.
back on that money hungry assholes out there. We won't go there again.
And then this looks cool. I like the.
That's where all my cap stash is. You can see the caps inside the
Yeah, I can see those
uranium glass. Yeah.
different
Yeah.
colors.
Did you get the uranium glass from a thrift store?
I got the uranium glass from a junk hunt, most of it. I think the pitcher is it was a gift for this last Christmas. The
Okay.
rest of it is from they do a thing here called junk hunt, where like people go and they bring either antiques or like things that they've upcycled from antiques, and I bring a UV light and I look for uranium glass.
So
That's
cool.
pretty cool. I like it. And this is
That's-
another
yeah,
picture
what
of
I'm
the
like, yeah.
of the mini nuke. And then
Mhm.
I love this one.
Bobbleheads.
Yeah,
that-
so what you don't see in this photo though, if you zoom in to the guy with the podium, you can see a little bit, is when my boys were toddlers, like 7 years ago, they decided they wanted to wake up at 3 a.m. and you can see it in the guy behind the big bobblehead as well.
Mhm.
They found a tiny bottle of spray paint, and then they spray painted my entire bobblehead collection with purple
Oh.
spray paint.
Oh,
And some of them I've managed to get clean, and others I'm gonna have to razor blade or paint thinner, and then
Yeah,
just
I can see
repaint.
the purple around it.
Yeah.
I have to repaint some of their faces. I started on some, and it's been
Oh,
7
my
years,
Lord.
and I
That's
just never.
crazy.
My kids
Yeah.
have done some things, but nothing like that.
I had a
Oh.
dog.
Yeah.
You know the dog that was dressed up like a lion ate
Yeah.
a $400 magic card of mine.
Oh
I almost took her back to the pound
Oof.
that day. So
I almost took my boys to the pound that day. But
I was gonna say, I bet. Yeah, especially for spray painting all your bobbleheads, man. That is
yeah, and like
You
I
could
tried
have
to
heard me
keep an
hollering in the
them.
next county if that would have happened to me.
Yeah. Some
the
of those are
neighbors in the
new.
other counties would have been going,
But
something happened.
something
hear her.
happened.
No, what are you saying, Koala? I'm sorry.
Oh, some of those have been bought since then, so they're spray paint free. Some I managed to get clean, but there's a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that still have purple on them that I need to like.
Including the big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big one on the side, but it's not as bad on him. Some of them just have a thick layer, and it's
yeah,
a whole thing.
the one behind the big one looks like it's got the cannibal.
Oh,
Got
he's
it.
fully
Big.
purple. That's why he's back there. He just had too much Nuka grape. He's hanging out.
Yeah.
I guess I guess what it is they thought that they would look better purple.
Yeah, well, they also spray painted like the apartment wall and door, but I wasn't really upset about that. I wasn't getting my security deposit back anyways, you know.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah.
No. I had 2 boys, and trust me,
And then
it was all I could do to get my security deposits back.
There's Lucy. Lucy actually belongs to my 4-year-old, and she wanders around with it. And she's like, "This is my Lucy," but I was like, "I need to borrow your Lucy for a photo." And then you'll see a special book there. That's actually a book that I wrote for my husband when we were engaged. Every day I wrote him a little letter because he lived in Idaho, and then I put it in this book, and it doesn't show the full cover, but it says "You're Special," and it says "Husband Edition" at the bottom. And then I took these notes and I pasted them in there every day until we got married, and then I gave it to him when we got married.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
that is very sweet.
How long you been married?
Big fallout.
8 years.
8 years. Okay. Yeah,
we actually, we reconnected because of Fallout. He introduced me back when I was 16, so almost 20 years ago. And he would play Fallout 3 on this little 12-inch fucking monitor that I had in my room that was like mounted in the corner. And I would make fun of him because I said that's fucking lame. And then and then when we broke up, I got really into Fallout. He moved to Idaho, and then he saw on Facebook that I had pre-ordered was it 4? I think it was Fallout 4. And at the time I was writing trophy guides for PlayStation. And so when I played Fallout 4, I played it in one playthrough, got the platinum trophy. It's where like you make multiple saves. You go back, you do all the different branches, but all in one playthrough.
Yep.
And so I got the platinum in 3 days. And so he decided to hit me up. He was like, "Hey, I see you're on that Fallout kick." I'm like, "Yeah, it was a little bit."
Can you help me get some trophies? That's
I think
great.
he was jealous, so then he went and got it and started talking again. So
here's another cap stash, and is that that's the same one from before.
I think it's the same one. I just sent you duplicates, I guess. Oh, here's some more.
You know what? It's them flipping around. This one is.
I did that. That was a painting.
That's really not good.
I did a paint pour and then you paint over the paint pour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the
and
T51.
Then I also the only thing that I do for work other than be a stay-at-home mom and stream is I breed jumping spiders. So the picture right before that is actually a little jumping spider enclosure I made.
Oh, that.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Gotcha. Okay.
So cool.
That is really cool.
Koala, did you put any of your jumping spider
Koala,
pictures in with
you
these?
and I cannot be friends.
I didn't put any in here. No.
Some of them are so cool.
No.
There's the Zeton.
We can't be friends, Koala. Sorry.
Because of spiders.
Yep. I'm sorry. I draw the line with spiders.
So I was arachnophobic until my 4-year-old really started liking jumping spiders. I'm like, okay, well, I'll start letting you explore that. And then I got one, and then it was pregnant. And
And now you have 50.
And- no, like 250. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And don't worry about me ever coming to visit.
Your
No.
your kids are into Fallout too. Is this true? Because they're like
Yeah.
they're
So
doing artwork in it.
mainly, I mean, my 4-year-old thinks she'll get on Fallout 4. She
Mhm.
learned how to turn on the Xbox, and she'll get on Fallout 4, but she makes a new save every time because, quote, she wants to see her baby.
Oh.
And she plays through the whole beginning part until
Mhm.
they leave the vault, and she's like, "No, my daddy! They killed my daddy."
Mm.
Oh.
So that's the
Got
thing.
it,
But
got
then my
it.
12-year-old, he's really into Fallout. He's played 3, 4, 76 in New Vegas.
Okay.
His room, he switched when we first moved into our house. He wanted a Minecraft themed room, and then he quickly switched it to like, no, I want Fallout themed everything. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, we can
No
do that.
problem. I like the Pimp-Boy. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the holotape.
Yeah, I helped him put it together. And then
it was
his
you had to
birthday
assemble
party-
it?
Yeah, it was the assemble one. Yeah.
Okay.
His birthday party for when he turned 11 was Fallout themed. He wanted a Fallout LARP party, so I made some terminals. They had to hack some terminals. They had to go through
I
like some
saw
Fallout tech
that.
classes.
That's what that
yeah,
was?
that's the terminal I made. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
That's really cool.
It's so awesome.
Oh, man.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, I wasn't even aware that LARPing was still a thing.
So yeah, I mean there is LARPing at like actual.
I heard about
LARPing,
it like in the 80s or 90s. I heard about,
I mean,
there was a
I know
big
that
thing.
people are still playing Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you just put them into
Nerd
76 and had all
one
the kids playing together, right? Or did you do something else?
So yeah, they all have 76. At least my older 2 boys have 76 in their rooms, but we don't play together anymore because I got the PC version so I could stream, and so I had to
Yeah.
start all over from when I had the pre-order. I've started over for streaming, and
Of 76?
it doesn't cross-platform, which I think is such a shame.
Yeah.
I play 76 on PC. If you ever want some help, let me know.
Ayo, yeah, I might.
Yeah, Timmy's pretty high level at some of his characters, aren't you?
Yeah, my main is like 850, 825.
Okay.
But I tend to do a lot of early game stuff. Early game characters like from the vault to like level 75. But my main, like, I can solo 6 and all that stuff.
Guess what?
Right on.
It looks like you're eating tuna fish tonight because I don't think I'm driving to the store now.
She's talking to her
Oh.
cat. So I like this.
I'm sorry.
I like the
He's looking
phone. That's
down
really
his
cool.
phone and looking back at me. So, I had to tell him, that.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
had to
think
tell
I'm
him what was
following
up.
this.
That phone is really cool.
The phone functions too. So if we were paying for a landline, I used it as a landline in my apartment before I got married. And
That
it's
is
super
cool.
cool. And it just matches the Fallout stuff. So I'm like, it's going right there.
Yeah.
Did that?
yeah.
Now, who made that?
Hmm?
Who made that phone?
Someone made it? I don't know. I
It
bought
exists.
it.
West Virginia, the Meyer, Toxic Valley. Those are 76 regions.
That's
I
from,
love the Nuka-Cola girl.
Streamers.
That's amazing. I love the
Yeah.
poster.
I
yeah,
have
my
76
my son, when we
problems,
got that, he was like, I want one of those for my room. I'm like, you're 12 and I know exactly why you want that in your room, but he has 2 Cola Girl posters in his room now. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. If you're gonna have posters of girls in your room, they better be Fallout themed.
I
So-
mean, he's 12. He's going to have hormones
Oh,
regardless.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least they're not pinups from the, the
Yeah.
nudie magazines. So
Yeah.
I like the year special. You even have them in
Yeah.
the right order too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
well, yeah. Come on. I mean,
Hey, I would
it
put
would
them
be
in the wrong order
out
on
of
accident.
order,
I would put them
know?
out of order on accident. I'm really bad.
or misspell them.
All right. So I knew everybody had a couple of mods that they wanted to highlight. I know Koala doesn't use mods currently. So I don't know if you actually had any to contribute. If you don't, it's perfectly fine.
I don't have any to contribute, but I'm interested in learning about what other people like.
All right. Well, also, if you go back a couple of our previous episodes, we talk about mods and you've watched them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We talk about different mods and I talk about creations because I'm lazy and I like one-click mods. So
well, that's why you should start going collections.
I mean, we try. Remember the 3 hours we spent on your computer trying to get that collection to work?
That was an off Nexus collection. Yeah,
Okay.
and that one was had its own installer. That one was a lot more difficult to install, and you know what? I don't need over 2,000 mods anyway. Okay. But yeah, we spent 3 hours trying to install this
mod pack for Skyrim.
Novus. Okay, and it's so big, it's over 2,000 mods. And we did everything it said to do, and it was not recognizing.
It was not.
It was just, and I was like, you know what? I'm done fooling with this, and I just did it myself.
All right. So I'm going to start. I'm actually going to talk about a couple of Starfield mods tonight.
Alrighty.
Just because I've been playing that a lot lately, and that's kind of been where I'm at. So the first one is actually probably what I would consider the best quest mod in Starfield. It is called Escape. So this is a quest mod by Bethesda, actually. So this is like a unofficial DLC, essentially, was what it is. It's a puzzle game where you sign up for a science experiment on a starship. And then you have to work through all of these different puzzles to get off the starship. It turns out that it's a lot darker than the experiment originally was led as. Oh boy, why is that taking so long?
Kind of like an escape room.
It literally is an escape room. So that's the whole point, but it's kind of grim. And then you get little notes from like people who have done previous parts in have done the experiment previously that help you out, but you're not quite sure if the notes are here to help you out or hinder you. The quest line actually has multiple endings up to and including a secret one that you have to be able to suss out. It was really, really good. I'm trying to see if it'll load the last image. Why won't you load the last image? But you do get this really cool ass revolver at the end of it. No matter what you do.
It's always nice when you get a nice quest reward.
Yeah, it's a nice one. But what I like about this one, as opposed to a lot of the other quest mods, is that it's not entirely focused around combat, and that it requires you to use your brain to be able to solve all the puzzles and stuff. And there's a lot of like intrigue with the other characters that are all voice acted in the quest, because you don't quite know who to trust and who not to trust, and whose ideas are good ideas versus, and and it does cost 500 credits to get. It is load order neutral and achievement friendly. But yeah, it just fits right into the Starfield universe really well, I think. And then I know up next, Granny had Legacy of the Dragons.
Legacy of the Dragonborn.
Yep, Legacy of the Dragonborn.
This is a huge quest. You might as well say it's DLC sized. And it's a museum. Beautiful. You get into the Explorers Guild, and you create an Explorers Guild. That's the guild. And the guy on the other side with the book on the table is your partner.
Okay.
And you just go through the game, and as you collect stuff, you you display it in the museum. And yeah, that's taxidermy stuff. You make all those things. Well, you bring in the items and it makes.
That's pretty sweet.
But he gives tours of the museum.
Oh, does he?
There's lots of books. The more stuff you get, the more donations you get, so you start earning money from it.
Okay.
But you have
Oh.
quests, the stuff on the side there, you actually make with these fragments that you dig out of from the guild. You actually dig these fragments out like you do ore.
Okay.
Like you're mining for ore, only it's these fragments you get, and then you get enough of them, and you make those items.
Gotcha.
And that's where all the magic happens.
Okay.
You bring your stuff in, you put it in a chest, it throws it up. You don't have to mess with that stuff.
Gotcha. All right.
It displays itself, basically.
That's really cool.
But the more mods you got to add stuff to your game, the more stuff you'll have in your museum. That's why I have 206 mods.
All right. And then Old Man Fallout, your first one was actually Settlement Repair Bot.
So this is a tiny, tiny mod, and I would normally wouldn't even present it, but we just were doing Bunker Hill in Fallout 4 on my live stream.
Yep.
We did the Battle of Bunker Hill on my live stream, and something happened during the live stream that hasn't happened to me in a number of characters. I'm on character 18 in Fallout 4, and back around character 5, 6, or 7, I did the Battle of Bunker Hill, and I had a big problem. And it took me weeks to figure out solutions. I experimented left and right and couldn't find a solution to the problem. And then it just occurred again with character 18 on my live stream. And I was so excited that I got to share the solution with everyone, because a bunch of my viewers were like, I didn't even realize we could fix this. So here's the problem. When you do the Battle of Bunker Hill can get damaged just like any other settlement attack or settlement raid. Yep. And Bunker Hill's merchants, Deb and the doctor and everybody else, all of the merchant stands are actually there, like the actual shops are there as real shops. Okay. And they can get damaged just like any other settlement shop can get damaged. The problem is that because those shops are built into they're like baked into the settlement.
Into the mesh, yeah.
Right, they're into the mesh. They can't be fixed like other things get fixed in a settlement raid. So if you have another settlement and it gets raided and like the crops get damaged, you can just walk around repairing the crops. So you hover over the crop and it'll
unless it's Abernathy Farms.
A thing. Right, Abernathy Farms is buggy. But Bunker Hill has a similar problem, and that is that those shops can get broken. And if they get broken, then the merchants all just stand in a circle away from their shops, and they don't stand at their shops anymore. Stand around uselessly. So I found this thing. It's called Settlement Repair Bot or Settlement Repair Robot. And you install it, and I don't think the mod author intended for this to do anything like what I'm talking about. It's literally just supposed to go around and fix your crops after you get settlement raids or fix other things that broke after a settlement raid. But it also has a really unique thing, which it is the only thing I have found that will repair the Bunker Hill shops because they can't otherwise be repaired. This little dude will walk up to one of the damaged shops and he releases like bolts of electricity onto the shop. You can see little like volts of electricity all over the shop, and then it just goes back to working. It's repaired. Nice. And it was so great. So I took what was basically a non-functional Bunker Hill and turned it back to functional, and I thought that was so fun that
that's really cool. They have something similar. They have actually the exact same thing in 76, a repair bot that repairs your camp when it gets damaged.
I love it.
Yeah.
I never even noticed.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if it ever broke.
Yeah.
I never even used Bunker Hill as a settlement.
Actually, Bunker Hill is probably one of my least go back to settlements when I do get it.
Yeah.
You have to, in order to get it, you have to do things certain ways, or else you don't get it. They won't align with you unless you.
Unless you have to get what Deb? What's her name? I forget the lady's name with the shotgun.
Yeah,
you a raider or a traitor?
Deb, yeah, Deb.
Deb and Kessler.
Kessler, that's who
Deb
it
is the
is.
merchant, and Kessler is the
Kessler,
mayor.
Yeah. You have to do both of their quests first.
Yep.
So my next one is actually a
unless you do the Battle of Bunker Hill, and then she'll tell you that your friends are too powerful and you'll get the settlement.
yeah. So my next one is actually a companion mod for Starfield called Lyria. It's made by a gentleman by the name of Almighty SE, who actually makes a lot of my favorite dungeon and quest mods for Starfield creations. But she's really good. She's voiceable. She has lots of, you know how you're the one that you use, Old Man, in Fallout 4. What's her, Heather?
Yes, Heather Kasdan.
Yeah. She is very much akin to Heather, where she'll have lots of stuff to say about everything. She's got pretty good combat AI. She's just an all around very interesting companion to have, as well as she's not one of the problems in Starfield with the 4 main companions that you can get from Constellation is they all tend to be like lawful. They're all lawful good. So if you do anything shady at all, like they're up your ass, and it gets a little obnoxious. So
And she's different.
Yeah, she's a little more gray. There's actually other NPCs that I like to use. I like Amelia Earhart personally is my favorite, but this is a good one. Again, this one is also achievement friendly. This one is 400 in-game credits, creation credits to get, but I think she's worth it. If you're looking for something, if you're looking for a companion for Starfield and you want something that's a little more gray, but still has lots of good dialogue and lots of good things to say, she's kind of the gold standard, and Almighty SE makes really good stories. And Lyria is integrated into all of his quest mods as well, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then Granny, your next one, was Bow Before the Dead.
Yes, this is a Draugr overhaul, and it makes the Draugr and the dungeons and stuff more scarier and gives them a variety, gives them more variety of different types of Draugr there are. But yeah, it just makes them more scary.
Okay.
You know, you got the
just it makes them a little more menacing.
Oh yeah, very menacing.
All right.
Much more than vanilla.
And then OMF, you actually have 2 that are related.
Yeah.
So you have Scratch. Scratch,
So,
a Ghoulish companion.
Yeah. So this is for Fallout 3 we're talking about now. This is a Fallout 3 mod.
Okay.
And maybe also Fallout New Vegas. I can't remember. It talks about it in the overview. I think Scratch might work in either one, especially if you have Tales of Two Wasteland. But I don't do Tales of Two Wasteland. I just have Fallout 3 independently, and I put Scratch in independently, and it worked just fine. And this mod for the Scratch companion also comes with another mod called Scratch Voiceover. And that's the third mod that I had listed there. And the 2 of those work together to give you this ghoul kid companion who is a complete and utter smartass. She is irreverent. She is ridiculous. And I kind of love her. I think she's amazing.
That's awesome.
And also my viewers, when we were live streaming Fallout 3 and we got Scratch as a companion, my viewers said it's really cute the way she shoots monsters with like a slingshot that she put together, and it's very Fallout lore friendly slingshot. It actually uses the old the Fallout car, the toy car, as part of the launcher, and then she's using a slingshot that's been like made from junk, which is really cool. But my viewers were like, would you please try to make her be more dangerous? Maybe give her like a missile launcher or something. So we did. And holy crap. When you give her a missile launcher, she goes nuts. This little companion just starts nuking everything in sight. It was awesome. So we played through with this little girl for about, I don't know, I think we did about 30 hours of live streaming with her. It was super
hilarious.
fun. We'll do a bunch more. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, that's great. I love it. I love it. And then and just so everybody knows, all of these mods that we're talking about and creations will be linked in the show doc in the description.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanna get link to them or go back to referencing them for later. All right.
Before you go to the next one, I just wanted to add one more thing for your viewers, and that is, I think I'm out of mods, so I don't have any more mods to share.
Okay.
But I am about to do a Skyrim playthrough in like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that, 7 weeks. And if any of your viewers have mod suggestions for me, I'd love to hear it. Like what would be good for the game. Although I do want to note that I'm probably not going to do complete overhauls. I don't want to overhaul the game. I just want more of the more. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like
there's the slingshot right there.
More Skyrim-y. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
What, you want more quest mods or
things that work within Skyrim to keep it Skyrim-ish? Maybe, I mean, like something that makes it look better because it's now a 15-year-old game. Awesome. I'll take something that makes it look better. But something that makes it look completely different.
It's like quality of life mods.
One of the mods I'm talking about. This is a must-have in my game. This turns all your game stuff into 3D. It makes the game look so much better. You can look at the left side as vanilla as opposed to your static mesh.
Yeah.
They went through the entire game. It's not just the chains, it's the lamps, it's the ropes, it's the wood, your chests, your food, your skeletons.
Just everything looks so much better.
Yeah, I mean, you look at from the left to the right.
Yeah.
But you can also choose the lighter file, which won't make everything. I took the large file and made the whole game look much nicer.
Yeah.
Because
it really does a good job.
Yeah, it did. I mean, they went through, they really did.
I know, right?
I mean, look at the difference and that's fencing in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In the vanilla, it's all flat. I mean, look at the crappy feathers on the.
Yeah.
The fencing.
It's wild.
It's flat in the vanilla, but it's 3D in the static mesh.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's amazing.
The crappy feathers on the left and the nice ones on the right. It just made the whole entire game look much nicer.
Yeah, much nicer. Oh my god!
And even your skeletons.
Yeah.
And this is a single mod. Does it have a bunch of dependencies or anything?
No, it's just a single mod, static.
So you can install this one by itself to get the improvement. Okay, that's good because a lot of times these mesh mods have a bunch of dependencies too.
No, if I'm not, let me double check on that.
I mean, we can look because it'll tell you if it has any requirements, and it does not. This mod does not have any known dependencies.
It has no dependencies.
Which is perfect. Really, this is the mod that you use for other mods that have other mod dependencies.
Yeah, it'll definitely, it works with all the other mods because.
But it looks good.
It has no dependencies. Now if you use another mod that alters, the same space, now it's going to ask you whether or not you want to overwrite.
Yeah.
That mod.
Or the other one. Yeah.
Right. It
looks good.
Do that.
When you were showing me this last night, it was looking really nice.
Look at the difference. The difference in it is astronomical.
Yeah.
It's more poly, so it should make it more difficult for your computer to handle it. But this is such an old game that adding more polys in shouldn't really hurt.
Yeah, it shouldn't hurt at all.
I've actually had no crashes or none that weren't Bethesda related crashes, because it does it whether it's vanilla or not.
Right.
But I've run 180 something in my last run and no problems. And I had the static mesh along with a bunch of other mods.
Yeah.
And I do not have a top end computer. Timmy can tell you.
And you got a solid computer.
It's solid, but it's not top end.
Yeah. So for my next
crap.
No, it's not a piece of crap. So for my next mod / creation, is actually another companion creation. So this is for Starfield. This is Estelle Vincent. Estelle Vincent is one of the minor characters that you interact with during the Crimson Fleet quest line. Except it converts this minor character into the ability to recruit as a companion. You do have to side with the Crimson Fleet, they're a bunch of pirates, in order to get the quest to have her as a companion. But one of the things that I was talking to Selmac and some other people a couple weeks ago, and one of the things that they were talking about with Starfield was that like the lack of companions and
the lack of NPCs, period.
There's tons of NPCs, but the lack of like recruitable ones that are a little more dynamic than just because in the base game, the ones that are really dynamic are the 4 constellation companions, and then all the other ones that you can recruit are a lot less dynamic. So having companion mods and creations are kind of one of the glaring defects that they were talking about. So I just wanted to highlight a couple of them. I have not actually played this one, but there is a review that I can post in the doc by Crimson Flyboy, Crimson something. I forget his full channel name. I think it's Crimson Flyboy. He does a lot of like mod reviews and creation reviews. And he gave this one a really good, he gave really good feedback on it. So I kind of like that one a lot. And then for Granny's final Skyrim mod it's called Airship Dev Aveza.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the Airship. My OCD starting to show.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, and another mod, Moonpath to Elsewhere, they have these airships. And this airship actually is a player home. It connects to Legacy of the Dragonborn Museum. So when you use the storage and stuff on the ship, it actually goes into the museum storage.
Nice.
And it docks with the museum, but you can also fast travel around the Skyrim world in this airship. And it is not dependent on other mods. You can actually get this. Right. You can actually get this and not, have the museum.
Okay. All right. That's really cool. It looks gorgeous.
You get it, not have the Moonpath to Elsewhere. I actually happen to have both.
That looks gorgeous.
I've got a big mod list coming, lots of extra quests. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially since you're getting ready to relaunch a Skyrim playthrough.
Yes.
All right. And then for my final one.
Game I streamed.
Oh. Well, yeah, because you're going to, for your stream-iversary. And then for my final one, it's actually a Fallout 4 creation. It's called the Gutsy Robot Backpack. So
I've seen that.
This is one of the new creations that is created by Hobgoblin Studios, which is they're actually an affiliate of Bethesda. I think it's led by Chris Takanashi, which has done a lot of what?
It talks too.
So it has the full Colonel, the Mr. Gutsy's voice lines, But what's nice is that it adds a jetpack to non-power armor in game.
Oh, I love it.
So it's
That's
a
so
single
cool.
click to install. You do the quest, and then you don't automatically get the jetpack. You have to have you have to have science and armor to leveled up enough to be able to
Gotta
get
have
it.
the perks.
Yeah. They also got the original voice actor for the Mr. Gutsy to do the voice lines for this.
So awesome.
Yeah. And you can put different mods on it to give it even more carry weight, to give you radiation resistance. It has a few other abilities that you can add to it. But
Yeah, so the paint job skins does the same thing as the power armor skins.
Yep. And then it has a mod slot to add extra radiation resistance or damage resistance or something. And then it has a jetpack mod too.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I wanted to. So this is one of the newer ones to come out. I really liked it. I did play through the Beast Hunter creation, and that was a fun dungeon as well on Fallout 4.
I love the armor that they have in that one.
Koala,
Yeah,
have you played
I
any of the new creations that have come out with the anniversary edition?
No, I have the anniversary edition, but I haven't messed around with any of the creations.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Beast Hunter came with.
I
with
might
the
go now.
upgrade.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well,
Koala,
Yeah.
when you're streaming, do you stream Fallout 4 with the anniversary edition, or do you have a rolled back version that you're using?
So I haven't streamed Fallout 4 yet. I've done I did a lore hunt through Fallout 3. And then I think I might have streamed Fallout 4 one time, and then I decided I'm gonna go in order starting at 3. And then
That's huge.
it is
Jeez
big.
Louise.
It's bulky.
And that looks awful bulky.
Yeah, I haven't messed with it in game yet. I have it. I just haven't played Fallout 4.
I mean, I have a jetpack option on my game. I use jetpack overhaul, and it
Yeah,
gives you a jetpack.
I wanted to
Wear
highlight
many
this more for
outfits.
Xbox players. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
point.
In fact, a lot of the reason why I highlight creations specifically are for Xbox players, at least for Fallout 4 anyway.
Yeah, because they use them more than.
Yeah, they're more
But
more.
Koala, what were you saying about when you're streaming Fallout? You said you haven't streamed Fallout 4, but you're going in order now. You're going from 3 onward. Is that right?
Yeah, from 3 onward. So I'm on New Vegas now. I do a lore hunt. And I have this wheel full of lore that I enjoy, and then I spin it, and that tells me where I'm going to go. For instance, when I started New Vegas this time, I actually ended up straight from Good Springs having to go to the Ultralux to do that lore. So I had to
Oh,
skip
God.
Good Springs. And then I was like, you know what, guys? I've played enough New Vegas. I can go the quick way. No, I fucking can't.
No.
Right?
I was like, let me show you
That
guys
sounds
why
like
you
me
don't
the
go
first
this way.
time I ever
Very
played New Vegas. Yeah, I thought I could take the shortcut. I wound up in Deathclaw Valley or something. Yeah, work out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I was like, well, I can take the other shortcut where you just cut across the path. No, cazadores are no
Even
joke.
worse.
So, yeah. So I had to
Exactly.
go
I
the
don't
long
get
way,
everybody. Why are
Wait,
cazadores such a? I never had a problem with them.
What?
Cazadores,
It's 'cause
they've
of
never been
the-
a problem
it's 'cause
for
of
me.
the
But it's
venom
because-
and everything.
Yeah, but-
They're just awful. And where
I mean,
there's one,
I-
there's 17. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, but see, I learned
Flying
early on
rad
that
scorpion.
if you shoot their wings, you've got more time to kill them because they can't fly at you as fast. So
Valid.
I shoot your wings.
well, I also tend to play a high luck build too, so that,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah,
so I
Me
was a
too.
level 1 trying to get to the Ultralux.
no.
Oh.
Like,
Oh yeah.
It just
right
feels
from
like
the get,
death.
Yeah.
How many
Oh.
times did you die?
3 because I died once but via Deathclaw, once via Cazador, and then another time via Cazador because I was like, oh, that was a fluke. And no, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No,
not a
but I also
I
kind of
don't think there's no easy route
No, you just have to take
New Vegas at level
the route you
1.
would take via the storyline, basically.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go to so the Lonesome Road DLC starts right outside of Good Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can go in and do the first part of the Lonesome Road DLC and leave.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So
clever.
I just go in and I get the riot armor, like at level 1, basically, and I just use that all game.
Oh, well,
Yeah, the
I
second
never thought
thing I
about
do
doing
was
that.
Lonesome Road.
Yeah, because basically once you're done, once you leave Good Springs, you just go right up the hill. You just got to kill those coyotes, and you can go right into the first bunker. And there is you just have to activate the iBot, and you get access to the dispensaries, the vendors inside Lonesome Road, and you can get the riot armor there.
It's cool.
Right on,
That's what I do in New Vegas, and then the cazadores aren't a problem.
Yeah, I think playing the game just how I would play it became too muscle memory. It became too like this is what I'm gonna do, this is how I'm gonna do it. So I leave it up to a wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree, because
I do the same thing. When I start Fallout, I say I'm gonna do something different, and I end up taking the same freaking path.
Yep. I always wind up going, when I leave the vault, I scrap Sanctuary, and then I wind up swimming down to the garage, the power armor guys. Why am I drawing a blank on their name?
Adam Katz.
Yeah. And then I clear out Quincy.
Yeah, you ain't doing that in my game. Sorry. You ain't swimming.
Oh,
there's too many things that'll eat you in the water in my game. So.
Oh, not in vanilla.
You ain't swimming.
So.
Yeah, I have to make it brutal, Koala. I put critters inside the water so that because I used to do that. To me, it's like a cheat because you can jump in the water and you can get away from enemies and,
Right.
Yeah, so I add enemies to the water, and no, you ain't jumping in the water and getting away.
Yeah. So, Koala, and we've gotten through all of our mods. We've talked about the TV show. We've got to see all your gorgeous home decor. Now, you were saying that you're playing Fallout New Vegas right now. Is that what your current playthrough?
No. We didn't get through all the mods. We got one mod left.
Oh.
No. Which one?
Yes. Run for your lives. It is very important for your Skyrim run.
Hold on. How did I miss Run for Your Lives?
I do not know, but this
it's there. You're right.
Because in vanilla Skyrim, anybody that has never played vanilla Skyrim,
I am so bad today. I am so sorry about this.
And vampires attack your towns. It never fails. And you got these idiot villagers that run up to them with a butter knife, trying to stab them with these thin dresses, and they die.
Yeah.
And then you spend the rest of the game trying to figure out why you can't find this NPC because they died back at level 1, and you need them at level 30. And it's like, okay, they're in the Hall of the Dead.
I missed this one. I am so bad today.
So this mod is called Run for Your Lives. The villagers will run inside their houses. They don't get killed by dragons and vampires. You do not spend your entire game looking for NPCs that died 30 levels ago.
Good.
And especially if you don't have console commands like I do, and I can resurrect. But once they get to the Hall of the Dead, you can't resurrect them. They don't work right.
Yeah, they don't.
The ones you resurrect out of the Hall of the Dead end up dying again for some reason. But
even when you do resurrect them with the console command, even in Fallout 4, they don't work right too.
Yeah, sometimes they wind up dying or don't work right.
You have no idea.
If you catch them early enough, you can resurrect them and they will work again. But I'd rather have run for your lives. I'd rather see my villagers run into their houses because they don't have armor on. They're not carrying a big old honking weapon like I am.
Yeah, a real weapon. Yeah.
You know, and they don't have armor like the guards. So please just go inside. Run for your lives. There's a dragon. There's vampires.
Vampires. Yeah.
So when you play on the 17th, are you going to have all these mods on there, Granny?
Oh yes, they're already on my game. Yes. This Run for Your Lives is a staple in my game because you never fails. You have villagers die. Dragons show up. They use their shouts, whether it's fire or ice, and they will kill your villagers. I don't know why Bethesda put it in the game like that because it's stupid. What village do you know of that a woman in her dress is going to run out with a butter knife and try to kill a dragon and spit fire at her?
I don't know. It's
It
the
makes
same.
no
It's the same
sense.
logic of like whenever I play any Bethesda game, no matter how often I clear out a dungeon, the ghouls always spawn behind me. I will literally just be in a room and have shot everything up, scanned it, and if there's any enemies left, they'll somehow magically wait till I turn my back on them, then they spawn.
Yeah, and then they come out. Boom, there they are.
I'm like,
Every
really? Is your
time.
only trick jump scare? Because you only took 2 bullets. You know?
Well, Fallout London does that a lot too. You know, with the ghouls, they actually slither out of the ducts and out of the.
But that's a little bit different because there's like an actual animation, and if you know they're there, or if you look at that thing long enough, you'll see it. I'm literally talking about like they just spawn behind you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Fallout 4 does that a lot too. Yeah.
The very first Unreal game did that with the monster. I can't remember what they're called, but there's a long dark hallway you walk down in the very first Unreal. And I was a younger dude at the time when the very first one came out. And I remember sitting in the dark alone late at night playing that game and then realizing the whole thing went black on me. And then I turned around and there was one of the monsters behind me. And I let out the girliest, shriekiest yelp of my life. I could not believe that the game would do that to me. And I was scared.
You're like, shit.
Yes. I was so scared.
Yeah. Oh, man. So.
Yeah, but with my Skyrim run that I'm getting ready to start next Saturday, yeah, I will have all the mods plus, and a lot of my mods are quality of life. You know, there are like I like convenient carriages and convenient horses because convenient horses make horses a lot better. Like I said, I'm the one to ask about Skyrim mods because
Oh no,
you know,
you are definitely you're our Skyrim expert.
There we go.
Bar none.
Yeah, I couldn't be called Skyrim Granny because that title is already taken by Shirley Curry.
Yeah.
She's earned it, you know. She's been at it longer than me, and she's 90 years old. So yeah, she's earned Skyrim Granny.
Yeah, it sucks that she had to retire.
Yeah, well, she does come on with her vlogs.
Yeah. Oh, does she?
Yeah,
So-
she does a vlog every few weeks.
All right. So, Grilled Koala, since you are currently playing Fallout New Vegas and doing a lore run, what are some of the like quality of life things that you tend to do in vanilla to kind of help? Kind of like how I go and get the riot armor right at the very first of the game.
Yeah. So the first things I do are kind of just based around stats is speech, science. Those go up first. A lot of the lore you'll find, especially, well, honestly, not especially, just in any Fallout game is going to be within the terminals or through speech checks, but mostly I would say terminals.
Lots of terminals.
There's many aspects of lore too that are just like not story important, but vibe important.
Yeah.
Like Fallout, the feel of Fallout. Like
Right.
not everything is very serious. The raiders that initially were at the Springfield Elementary had succumbed to like ants. Their entire raider troop was taken out by like 3 ants. You find that out by hacking one of the terminals.
And is that that's the school in Fallout 3, right?
Fallout 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I found that one out while streaming, and I read the terminal out loud, and I couldn't contain myself.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that sounds like me with the Fallout London one, where I found the terminal that was talking about the hooligans, which are basically raiders. And these hooligans found these turrets that are hooked to the terminals, and they were messing with them, and it killed the whole raider group because they were trying to get the turrets to work, and it killed everybody.
They worked all right. Worked right on out of there.
Out laughing too. It was
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and through the terminals, you'll also find out how they connected various story plots throughout, from all the way back from Fallout 1 to 3, New Vegas, and 4. They're just all so intertwined, and without going through the terminals, you miss a lot of that. There's even callbacks to like in 3, you find out more about is it Vault 112, the simulation vault?
Yep.
Is that one?
Yeah,
okay. While you're doing Rivet
12.
City, you find out more about the man who was the overseer for 112 through the terminals that you find in the back half of the ship in Rivet City.
Really?
So he
if we get ourselves back on track, Grilled Koala is talking about her hints and tips that she's using, and she's telling us about the terminal entries and using speech checks to uncover as much lore as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you want to kick off from there, Grilled Koala, go for it. Otherwise, I'm kicking off from there.
You can kick off from there for a second. I'm going to look up what I was talking about earlier.
Okay, good. All right, so here's my kickoff from your point. I had a stunning conversation on Reddit with a bunch of Fallout fans just yesterday or the day before, and it's built off of what you were just saying. There is a group of people on Reddit who are very upset with Fallout 4 because they said it doesn't make sense. The timeline doesn't make sense for Fallout 4 and how you find your kid, but then your kid is fake, but you can see the kid in Kellogg's memories. If anybody who's played Fallout 4 a lot knows, you know all about the kid in Kellogg's memories. And there's a bunch of lore that goes into all the information about that and how it all goes down. And it's not hidden lore. You find it in terminals, and Father will flat out tell you a bunch of the lore about how he deliberately released you and what he was doing to try to attract you or make you pay attention to the Institute and so on. And there was a rant on Reddit by a group of people who were so upset with the Fallout 4 universe because they said it's all broken, the timeline's all terrible, everything's wrong. And a bunch of us old nerds went in and were like, well, actually, the game says that the timeline works this way and this way. And they were like, no, it doesn't. There's the kid. The kid is 10 years old. And we had to explain to these people, the kid you see in Kellogg's memories is a lure. He's not the real kid. And they were like, that's impossible. We were like, no, it's not.
No,
they had to put Sean there.
And then they were complaining when they finally were convinced that the kid was actually a lure. They said, but what about Kellogg himself? Because for these memories to be like, for Kellogg to have done all this stuff, he'd have to be like over 100 years old. And we're like,
and he was
yes,
full of
that's
tech.
in the lore too. Like, he's full of tech. And then
go ahead.
And then when we told them that he's full of tech, they were like, but that doesn't make sense because then everybody at the Institute would be full of tech. And so we had to explain to them a third time, like, the cyborg program got shut down.
Because everybody got jealous of Kellogg.
All the lore is there. It actually makes sense, but you have a bunch of people who never read any terminals, who never pay attention to the lore.
They play the game and don't.
Right. And then they criticize the game going like it doesn't make sense. And it's the bigger question is, how much lore did you actually read? Like that's
exactly.
Yeah.
Now see, anybody that's watched me stream, when I stream, Now, with Skyrim, I won't read all the books. I'm just not going to do it. And now with Fallout 4 means I've already read all the terminals.
Yeah.
A lot of times I don't read them unless I'm doing a mod.
Yeah.
But like I'm doing London, I read every terminal, every note that I come across. And that's the only way you're going to find out the actual lore of a game is to read it. That's why they do it. They want you to read.
Grilled Koala, back to you.
Werner von Braun.
I had mentioned that that Rivet City had terminals that actually tie back to Vault 112, which is the it's a main storyline vault within Fallout 3 where they're in a simulation. And I figured out how so. So Pinkerton, who's in the back of Rivet City, who helps put the he helps Harkness basically. The memory chip that he uses to provide memories for Harkness is from a non-functioning Visentron from Vault 112.
Yep.
Because he goes there before James, obviously. And yeah, so that's, and it's within a terminal that you have to unlock illegally in the back half of Rivet City that you find that out.
Yep. Where it talks about Werner von Braun in more detail.
Well, end of point is, if you read your terminals and your notes, you will find out all the lore you want to find out about a game.
Or you can just watch YouTube lore videos like I do.
Or that. Or you can watch VATS CAST and we'll just tell you about it.
There you go.
So,
you know, because we're chatty bitches and we're going to tell you about it.
We are chatty bitches. So in New Vegas, what's your favorite armor in New Vegas?
Are you asking me? Because I don't have a favorite armor.
You don't?
No, I don't. No, I literally just use whatever I have on me that's the best. Or actually, no, I wear Benny's suit.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I like Christine's armor.
I actually like to craft. So the crafting, like the crafting system that's in New Vegas. I like to make light. It's light metal armor, but you can put gecko hides on it, and it gives you a bunch of poison and fire resistance.
Okay.
I don't think I've done this before.
Oh, it's so good. It makes you so tanky.
But I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it in the crafting thing. But
it's so good.
Crafting in Vegas.
Wait. Tell me more about this. How do you get this? You need to unlock recipes, or is it just built in?
So one of the hides you have to get from Lonely Hearts. Okay. From the valley where you meet Joshua Graham.
Honest
Hearts. Yeah. So you have to get I think it requires 4 different gecko hides. But each gecko hide gives you a different elemental resistance, and you can put it on either leather armor or metal armor to make like a gecko hide infused metal armor. And it's not the highest DR, but it makes up for it with all the elemental resistances. That's one of the ways I use to that's why I always get the impression that between that and the riot armor, I always think that the cazadores are never a problem because I have poison resistance. There's also, have you guys ever gotten the Pimp-Boy 3 billion?
The gold one?
Yeah.
You know what the gold one reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of the Pip-Boy that Hank has on when he looks in the mirror and it's all gold. I'm like, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does remind me of that too.
True.
I've never seen the golden one.
So the Pimp-Boy 3 billion. Here, I
was gonna pull up a screenshot too. I'll just send it on over.
Yeah, that's something I've missed. I guess because I get so bored with the level cap.
It's billion with a B.
Yeah, it's Pimp-Boy 3 billion. I'm actually gonna switch this back over. So this is the fancy golden Pip-Boy with like jewels on it that you can get. You have to do a very specific sequence of quests to get it. It's actually pretty hard to get. This page
in New Vegas?
In New Vegas, yep. This is New Vegas. I will add it to the doc for everybody. I'll also
That's
add.
why I've never seen it, because I guess I've never done the quest to get it.
Well, you have to do a bunch of them, and here's how it talks about what you have to do to get it. I forget all of the individual steps, but I remember it being pretty involved.
You have to side with Nero and Big Sal.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Nero and Big Sal? I can't remember them.
They're the guys for the they're from New Vegas. They're from the Gomorrah. They're in the Gomorrah quest.
That's why, because I never did a lot of the casino stuff.
And then this is the gecko-backed reinforced armor that I was talking about right here.
Okay.
Oh God, you're right. It does look like it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I'll switch screens here real quick.
Somebody told me there's a mod that takes the level cap off for the Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, that does look like. Yeah.
It sure does.
It does to me.
I didn't even notice it. If you hadn't pointed it out, Koala,
That's
I
pretty.
never even noticed it was gold.
Yeah. And this is the, so you need to get metal armor reinforced, 1 tanned gecko hide, fire gecko, golden gecko, and green gecko. And then it gives you poison, rad, and fire resistance of 15, which doesn't seem like a lot, but with FNV's DR system, that's actually quite a bit.
Mhm.
And then you just like tank hits from cazadores all day long. You're just like, bam, cazador, what?
Actually, in my work,
I need to. Yeah, apparently I need
remember-
to play for more than just lore.
yeah, because
Or
I was
longer.
sitting here thinking, and my last playthrough that I quit on, I actually at the Lucky 38 actually have all these different hides in my bench.
Yeah.
And I didn't do the Honest Hearts DLC because I was at level 46 and in dead money. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cap out before I even get out of dead money.
I hate dead money.
And so do I.
It's
That's
such
my least favorite.
Such a poorly designed DLC. Now
I
I do.
hate that they take everything away from you. And the fact that they don't give you anything even closely comparable to work with. And
That
you're trying to
Elisha's
get
hollow
through
rifle's
there.
pretty good. It's one of the better rifles in the game. But yes, keeping it
I
fed.
never liked the hollow rifle that much.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
the fact that you can't really repair it as easy as the other stuff.
There are other versions of the gecko backed armor in the game. I just don't remember them all off the top of my head. But
There's leather to start with, but yeah.
yeah, but this is my
I saw the recipes. They all require a leather piece.
Yeah, they all require different, but they're really good. And just getting the elemental resistances make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I can't believe he's got a gold pimp. It does look just like the Pimp-Boy 3 billion. Son of a bitch.
In my head, even if they don't confirm it, that's what Hank's wearing for sure.
That's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Minus the rhinestones, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's basically, he's wearing basically the top dogs, top tier people.
Yeah, Pimp-Boy.
Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
I bet you all the top ranking people got Pip-Boys.
I like
Those
the
gold
chrome
ones.
ones. Those are really nice. They look good. So, well,
There's
all
more
right,
to Hank
everybody.
than meets the eyes, guys. I just got to tell you, there's more to him than meets the eye in this.
More. Oh, Hank.
Yeah.
Oh, I know there is totally.
My thought
knows
from what
more
he's
than
been
anybody.
saying, especially in the phone call that Grilled Koala mentioned, where he calls, we assume he's calling house, but who knows?
Yeah.
But
I don't think so.
my belief is that he's kind of a double agent, that he actually, and I think we'll probably see a little bit of it in the next 4 episodes of the show, but I could be wrong, but My guess is that back in the day, before the bombs fell, he had befriended House somehow, and he had then gone on to work with Vault Tech, potentially at House's prompting.
But I'm thinking he was put in there to spy for somebody else totally.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking that he is for House though, and I think my thought would be that we're gonna get a scene of him with House being told.
I think he's Canadian.
Tech. Oh, like Stephanie.
Stephanie's Canadian. Well, yeah, she wants his belongings.
Well, they were really close pre-war.
Yeah,
it's just they got thought out 30 years apart.
Yeah.
That's why they.
Well, all the people from Volatech were frozen at the same time.
Right, but they all got thawed out 30 years apart. So what I think happened was pre-war. Maybe they were a couple or they were in cahoots together, and then got thawed out 30 years apart, and then that's why she wound up, because she's so much younger.
Evidence on her.
Or maybe it's the evidence that he's Canadian and that they were working together to take down Voltec, because don't forget, Canada still had a resistance movement right up to the end.
Yeah.
They were a conquer nation, but they were not a conquer nation.
I'm starting to think Stephanie was a plant, a spy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's why she's hiding her ID. That's why she's wanting his stuff.
Yeah.
Because both of them were probably plants.
That's possible. All right, guys. We're hitting the high number.
I'm streaming tonight.
And
bro, you hit the wall 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Thank you, Koala, for being such a gracious guest, and thanks for coming on and hanging out with us. It was a pleasure to have you. Just for everybody at home, one more time, where can everybody find you on the socials?
Yeah, so Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, all under the same name of Grilled Koala or Grilledkoala. If you listen to Old Man Fallout's
Grilled
Koala.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Fun.
Thanks for showing us your collection and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really jealous.
Yeah, I am too. And just a reminder for everybody, again, everything will be in the show notes below. So we have all the reference material.
Thank you very much. Now I feel really inadequate today. Thank you very much.
For what?
Because I don't have any Fallout memorabilia.
Oh, okay.
I feel really inadequate. I mean, it's like one of my favorite game, and I have no memorabilia.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I don't either.
Got a Santa Claus.
I played Magic for 23 years, and I only have 2 pieces of Magic memorabilia. Period.
Crazy.
So, all right, everybody. We will see you.
I couldn't afford memorabilia at the time.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks again, and we will see you guys in the next one, where we'll probably yap about the last 4 episodes, because it'll be about a month before we get together again. So, everybody, have a good night.
Peace
Bye,
out.
everybody.
Peace.